As we're in the middle of the honeymoon phase of the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero new DLC that everyone is coming back to, I feel a conversation needs to be had. And the topic is very simple. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the game, it never died. Those who have eyes that can see and those who have ears that will listen, let this marinate in your mind. Sparking Zero is not a competitive fighting game. It's never been a competitor fighting game. It's always been a fun, party, role-playing game that you play with your associates or your friends or anyone who you have fellowship with in your spare time, just to enjoy the novelties and the nostalgia of the Dragon Ball anime, from ranging all the way back to Dragon Ball, all the way to Dragon Ball Z, to Dragon Ball GT, all of the filler, Dragon Ball Super, the movies, so on and so forth. You see, the times that we're living in today, the era that we're living in currently, I like to call it the microwavable era, the microwavable generation. What I mean by that is that in today's time, everybody wants everything done in a snap. They want everything made quick. They don't want to let anything marinate. They don't take appreciation in the time spent. They want everything made ready fast. Now, we know when you microwave food, your food gets ready in a quick time, but it doesn't mean that the food is actually ready to be eaten or is healthy for you to eat. When you really break down what radiation does to your food, it actually makes the food inedible for you to eat, really. It has a lot of health benefits. That's the same thing with what's going on in the world today. And when we stem into video games, that's what's going on in the fighting game world and the fighting game realm. And that's what happened with Sparking Zero. So what do I mean by that? These people in a competitive fighting game community who have the attention span of a toddler, mind you. These people are pessimistic narcissists, meaning that these people have such an inflated ego all the way to the point to where they set unrealistic expectations on a game that has nothing to do with what they expect the game to be in their own eyes and their own viewpoint. They place these unrealistic expectations, go into the game, and when the game doesn't meet what they want it to meet, they deliberately find exploits to try to ruin the game and then blame the game for them purposely trying to break the game. With these people, you can't trust these kind of people. And in today's time, unfortunately, we have a whole bunch of followers and less leaders. We have a whole bunch of people who will trail behind someone, then lead their own steps in front of themselves. Meaning that a lot of people go with the go along to get along game. People will see a trend, whether it's hyping something up or derailing something, and they will hop on that wave, they will hop on that trend, they will hop on that train, and they will ride it until it reaches its dead end. And then once it reaches its dead end, they will hop on the next trend, on the next wave, on the next train to get on to whatever people is popularizing something or they're bashing something. Because people nowadays are followers by nature. People nowadays look at the glass half empty. They never look at the glass half full, never anymore. These people like to see the worst aspect in everything so that they can disappoint themselves because for some reason they gain or they have developed a dopamine release of negativity off of these things. It's like they get erected off of negativity. And with these people, you cannot trust. For example, right? Look at the basketball community. Look at how damaged NBA 2K has become over the years. Just a whole decade ago, we was playing 2K16, 2K17 in its heyday. And a lot of people were more optimistic back then. But now look how it has gradually got worse over time because these pessimistic narcissists have ruined the game by inflating the company's ego, not talking about the company's faults, because there's not a problem with providing constructive criticism with something that you like. It's a problem when you either don't address the criticisms and you try to block out constructive criticisms from the community, or if you just deliberately ignore everything and just act like the game or whatever the substance is that you're receiving is God's gift on earth. That's what NBA 2K has become. Now look what happened with NBA on the Run. A new game by a new developer. These pessimistic narcissists, these people in this competitive gaming community went over to NBA on the Run and deliberately tried to break the game just so they could go in the reviews and say, oh, don't spend your hard-earned money on this game. This game ain't nothing. This game has issues. This game has this. This game has that. Let's go back to 2K. It's like these people love negativity and they don't like to have fun anymore. Life is not about having fun anymore. Life is about following the popular crowd and being negative. And that's something that I can't get jiggy with. That's something that I can't rock with at all. It's something that I can't respect because I've never been a follower. One, never in my life have I ever been a follower. I've always had a mind for myself. And two, I've always been optimistic and always sought to enjoy a product rather than destroy a product. Now, if a product is trash, right? If a product is trash, then we go call a spade a spade. If it's trash, it's trash. But if it's not trash, but because you don't like it, because either you suck at the game or the game doesn't meet your unrealistic expectations and you try to trash the game, I can't get with that. I can't get with that at all. And that goes with Sparking Zero, man. Case in point, if Sparking Zero was a dead game, we would be referring to Sparking Zero as of the likes of Jump Force, or as of the likes of Mortal Kombat 1, or as of the likes of any other game that doesn't get any notoriety anymore. That's what a dead game is. A dead game is when the developers give up on it, the community gives up on it, and it doesn't get any updates, the servers are shut down, it's not being talked about anymore, it doesn't have any more hype anymore, everything has ceased to exist inside said game. And Sparking Zero has never been that. As I said before, Sparking Zero has never been a competitive fighting game. Fighter Z is a competitive fighting game. 2D format games, 2.5D format games like Tekken or Naruto Shippuden, you feel me, Ultimate Ninja Storm, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, those games are made specifically. Fighter Z, Invincible Versus, Avatar, I mean the list could go on and on. But these games in that 2D, 2.5D format, those games are competitive fighting games. Games that are made in a 3D sense, just give two games for an example, Sparking Zero, Xenoverse, those games are made for open world, fun, role-playing, party game experiences, man. It's made for nostalgia and it's made for passing your spare time and fun. It's not made to be taken serious as these fighting gameaholics like to try to make these in every other game serious. Sparking Zero is never a game to be taken serious at all. If it was, then it wouldn't be Budokai Tenkaichi. It wouldn't be a remake of that. Sparking Zero would have been a Budokai remake. A Budokai, like the old Budokais, were a competitive fighting game for Dragon Ball. Sparking Zero has never been a competitive fighting game at all. And it's still not. That's why the game has never died to begin with. But anyways, man, I ain't about to take up too much of y'all time. I just wanted to go on a little rant real quick. After playing the DLC and seeing how all these hypocritical, narcissistic egomaniacs have came back to the game after they vehemently were saying that this game is dead in the water, this game will never have a resurgence, why play this game? This game has too many exploits, too many problems, let's just leave the game where it's at. But now you're back playing it, which further proves the point. If Sparking Zero was as dead of a game that y'all wanted it to be, then y'all wouldn't be playing it right now. The thing is that Sparking Zero was never a game that you fighting gameaholics wanted it to be. It didn't meet up to your unrealistic expectations. At the end of the day, like its predecessors, like the Rage and Blast series, like the older Budokai Tenkaichi series, Sparking Zero was made to be a fun, relaxing, role-playing, nostalgic game where people who appreciate Dragon Ball can have a game to where they play with their associates, their friends, even their spouses, whoever. Whoever has a love of Dragon Ball, this game is for you. And for you pessimists that try to make this game something that is not, now y'all have to bite the bullet. So it's either stand on your words and be consistent and keep on saying that the game is dead, or bite the bullet and admit that you were wrong and that Sparking Zero never died, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Listen, I got more content coming. Like I said, I just had to go on a little rant real quick to expose these hypocrites, expose the false narratives about this game. Listen, man, it's not bad to have constructive criticism about a game or about anything in the world. It's a problem when you be pessimistic about anything in the world. Stop looking at the glass half empty. Start looking at the glass half full. Start appreciating things more. Start having a mind for yourself more. Stop being a follower, following behind these people who have the attention span of a toddler, man. They don't know what they want in life. They just following trends like everybody else. Stop being a bot, man. Be a human. But that's all I got, man. It is what it is, bro. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip. Y'all be easy.